Asante Abusua. It's just Asante Yawo Adepam. It's me by the Manyakwa Aqua Amun. A baby answer Equa Tote Pam.
And I say, and it was so bow by. And now the funeral, you know, I shall say A2. I am from Dodona, I shall say, sorry. I shall say, sorry. Say, Omobeko, Omunkum crew, so and Ezoako. Mausa Mukuta, where your friends Atani, now Mukuta Beana. Mukuta Tani way, Abekafona, Yewusa, and a Pamukatin Tunkuma, Omukuta Kutana, Debbie. I am Mamra, Yabaya, yes, Tania, Yaditu for any Emano Kosha, Ninia Ban in the Mammy. That's a Sumunio. Oh, there's Sumunio. Debbie Tituano, now, or 2 4 Costa, and now walk, the dish you know, Koshanua, and no any other call. Cecilia make us say, Yamia do my China Yako cry, Yadiana and Elko a cry. Yadiana and Elko cry. Wait, any adibity, Nanano Mendim, Adiana Nano, Aqua a cry. Light. Light to Hawaii, I saw Kania, Poli, Wilbur Adana way. There be Yampa light. Light, it is a Bruni, Bruni at the banner, say, and Jay. Bruni at the light, Yibana, Mumpe Bruni lights. Yampa Bruni lights. We are on the light. Light, bedem, Naba, Yadiana, Nelko cry. I was a Mamla, a chatwa, Edemayanana, and Sana Yanana, Aqua, Gran Waka, Wakonya catch that Yanana Nanoma, Umua Hono. And yes, I said, Yadi, anymore, because I said, they say, Namamla, they are twatching. Aquafa, Aquasi Bruni, the Anaba, Yellow and Penisa. So now there is going to be a display of culture here. We don't know what they are going to display. Of course, these people are already seated. I've seen them watching tortoise. I don't know what the tortoise is going to do. So we will just stay and observe what is going to happen. I've seen them still pouring water on the tortoise. The man is there. He's chanting. He's calling the tortoise. He's calling the tortoise. What is this tortoise going to do? What is going to be the outcome of what we are witnessing here? The tortoise has moved to a different direction. It has moved to a different direction. They have changed his way. The man is still calling the tortoise. They've poured water on it, directing him to use the water path. We don't know what it's going to conjure. We don't know what he's going to conjure. We don't know what the man is going to conjure. Yes, he has taken the tortoise. He has put it into the blood cloth. Yes. Observers are watching. Observers are watching with keen interest. They want to see what is going to happen. When he lifted the cloth, a snake has fallen out from it, and the man has taken the snake back. I don't know what he's going to use the snake for. Yes, the tortoise is going. The tortoise is going to a different direction. The man has gone to take the tortoise back. Now, I don't know whether he's trying to create communication between the tortoise and the snake. The snake is facing the tortoise. What is going on here? Now I want to buy him water. I am not willing to buy it. He says that they should buy water and put it into the baskets, and they will turn their own, and they will get a lot of money. However, no one is willing to do. No one is willing to do what the man wants them to do. No one is willing to do what the man wants them to do. I will talk to him. I heard you saying that they should buy water and put it into the basket. When they put the water into the basket, what is going to happen?
Oh, nothing going to happen. The water will not flow.
Haven't you covered it with, okay, I can see in, yeah, yes, I can see inside. I can see, but it looks like there's some plastic thing inside. Are you sure? Okay, so this is a rare basket. Okay, we hear you. So he says that it is a rare basket and that they want people to buy and put it in so that they will put it inside. The man is also holding the snake, displaying with a snake. He wanted me to confirm that there are holes in it. When they put it in, the water will not fall. That is what the man said. Yes. So that is what is here. Very funny scenes. These people. Anyway, he's saying that there's nothing in. I have looked into it. And I can tell you that they are just playing tricks. Wow. Yeah, so now he's pouring the water into the basket. And the water is not flowing. Yes. The water is still in the basket, as he wants us to believe. Yes. You are watching GH1 live here in Manhyia Palace, where some people are displaying their traditional powers. The basket is when they pour water in it, okay. So now people want to go and see it. They want to have a feel of it, how it look like. But I can tell you that it is not rare. When I look into the baskets, I noticed that there was a plastic, white plastic, that they have used for the weaving. And so these are all part of the tricks. We are still live on GH1 here in Manhyia Palace, the 3-day observation of the burial rite of Asantehemaa Nana KONADU YIADOM, the third, who will be buried on Thursday in line with the Asante culture. Yes, you're still live on GH1 TV, having feel of what is going on in Manhyia Palace. So we are still live in Manhyia Palace. The day 3 of the final funeral rites of the late Nana KONADU YIADOM is coming to an end. We will observe the final events tomorrow, where the burial service will be held for the Asantehemaa Nana KONADU YIADOM here in Manhyia Palace. And in line with tradition, she is a member of the Savior Church. However, in Manhyia, once you become a king of the king, automatically you are a member of the Anglican Church, because the Anglican Church was introduced in the Asante by Asantehemaa, who was taken to exile. When he returned to Ashanti, he came with Christianity. That is Anglican Church. And so the royal family members automatically are members of the Anglican Church, for which reason always the Asantehemaa is in the Anglican Church as an active member. Very soon Otumfuo will rise and he will sit in Paramount. He will go around and greet all the paramount chiefs there, all the delegations there, to demonstrate his appreciation of their support from Monday to Wednesday. What we should also observe is, as tomorrow, the fire passing of the body will end at 11 a.m. By 11 a.m., if you have not gone there to fire pass the body, it means that that opportunity is gone. You are going to lose it. And so everyone is entreated to come to the palace early in the morning and go and pay your last respect to Asantehemaa Nana KONADU YIADOM III. In the Asante Kingdom, Asante culture, Asante tradition, they believe she is not dead. Until she is buried, she is not dead. And so all the courtesies that are required, they want the people who go there and pay their last respect to her to observe those courtesies. They are supposed to wear earrings. They are supposed to cover their head with scarf. They are supposed to dress well. You are not supposed to put on anklets. You are not supposed to wear any dressing that is questionable. You need to look decent before you go there. You cannot go to where the body is with any electrical gadgets. If you want to go and pay your last respect to the Asantehemaa, the Asantehemaa, you have to look decent. You don't have to go with any electrical gadgets. You don't have to go there with phone. You don't have to go there with even iPod, earpiece. That is what we have been told. And that is what is expected of everyone to do in Manhyia Palace. Now we have some delegation with me. I understand we have the Antigua Deputy Governor of the Antigua here, of the Caribbean. We'll speak to him and find out what they have observed so far as the Asante tradition and culture is concerned. Is this your first time to Manhyia Palace?
Yes, please. It's my first time. And before I say anything, my name is Rite. I born in Ghana, but I live in Antigua and Barbuda, the West Indies island. It's the most beautiful island in the world. We have 365 beaches. You can go to every so beautiful. So we need to come and visit Antigua and Barbuda.
What are the unique things that you have observed when you came to Manhyia Palace?
Excuse me?
I'm asking, what are the unique things that you have observed when you came to Manhyia Palace? Of course, Nigeria, you have your way of doing your things, your cultural things. But if you look compare that one to what you are witnessing here, what are the differences?
Oh, it's a lot of difference. As I said to you, I'm born in Ghana, but I live in Antigua and Barbuda. I see so many things I never see it in my life. Especially this special occasion with our Queen Mother funeral. It was so special to me. And as I can say, a lot of things I never witnessed in my life. So it's my first time to attend a wonderful funeral like this in my life.
Of course, this is an event that also serves as tourism, tourist attraction. A lot of tourists are here. What you have seen, are you going to lead tourists here? Because this is just minute of the things that you have seen. Of the Asante tradition, as we display it on the main phone, what is going to happen? Are you going to lead tourists for them to come and have a feel of what is going on?
Oh yes, I'm already, since I'm here 2 days ago, I'm already speaking to our Minister of Tourism, Minister of Foreign Affairs concerning Antigua. We have a delegation. We have to put ourselves together to come to Antigua at the end of this year. By the end of this year, we plan to come to Ghana to visit especially Cape Coast, Kumasi, and other regions.
This funeral brought you here. Have you identified other business opportunities that you think that you can capitalize on this funeral and introduce them to the Asante? I'm talking about the investors.
Yes. Already something I have it in my mind, and I was speaking to a lot of people in Antigua and Barbuda, and I think Ghana is the best place to invest here. And then also not just investment alone, we can also come with a lot of different ideas, which is we don't have it in Ghana, so that we can develop our country. Because Manhyia and Ghana, seawater divide us, but that's our forefathers coming from. So we trace our country to come back home.
You are telling me that you trace your roots to Ghana and of your home. That's an interesting submission coming from you. But I want to also find out from you. Have you had the opportunity to read some of the Asante books, their accounts, their tradition? Because a lot of books has been written about the Asante Kingdom and Ghana in particular. Do you also intend to send some home for your people to also read?
No, I didn't read. I didn't know much. It's sorry to say that about my Ghana, but I didn't know more about Ghana because I lived at the age of 19, and as a matter of fact, I don't know more about Ghana, but I happen too often, and then I get to know my culture and every other things.
In case you don't know, in the Asante region, Manhyia Palace is the highest patronized tourist center. Manhyia has its own museum, so that we will encourage you to direct the traffic here, so that the two countries, the Asante Kingdom, can also benefit from your country. We are grateful for your time. Thanks for coming. We are still live in Manhyia Palace, and of course, one of my favorite artists is also here, Papani. When we were growing, he was one of the people we love to watch on TV. Papani, this man will dance. This man will walk with the big ladies. He's here. Papa, I understand you are Ghana.
Yes, I am.
And I mean, this funeral has brought you to Kumasi, Manhyia Palace in particular. What has been your observation so far?
I think tradition speaks volumes, and I think it's been an amazing funeral celebration. I see that we have to embrace tradition. I've seen my Gamanche around his delegation, and I'm also proud to be part of the funeral arrangement. I've been here since Monday, and I think everyone, especially we're all embracing each other the way Asantehemaa has held its own. It will be a good thing for us, and it will make the country grow in terms of culture and tradition. And I think I love what is going on. The display of culture, everybody, the Kete group, everybody's doing what Aduwa, and everybody's doing what they think is befitting for the burial of the Asantehemaa.
I mean, can you tell me one unique thing that you have seen here?
The assemblage of all the sub-chiefs, right? The assemblage of all the sub-chiefs right here at Manhyia, it speaks volumes. You know, the uniqueness of it is what I think I appreciate very much. You could see that there's, even before you enter Manhyia, there are certain gates that you need to go through, you know, so it means there is some form of security even before you could see Otufo, and I think that is very unique.
Sir, you coming from the creative arts industry, can we project funerals to attract tourism?
Funeral can attract tourism, right? But the only aspect that may not be, you know, good is someone is mourning. So you will not take that to be an advantage. When you're in grief, and you're in grief. But the niceness of it is the tradition, the traditional norms or forms that goes on when there is a funeral. Maybe that aspect could be, but not maybe projecting the burial of the individual, but the forms of the traditional performance that go on. You know.
From the creative arts industry has also been accused for not projecting the Ghanaian culture enough. Most of the scenes that we see from you were more like Nigerian culture that you imported into the creative art industry. Isn't it time for you to change the narrative?
That we've imported Nigerian culture into our
The creative art, some of the movies, the way you, the costumes you wear, how you dress.
You know, when you're talking about the creative industry, a lot of things goes on. Now, we try to mimic Nigeria a lot more times, right? We mimic them. But like we were saying here, if we are able to project our own, right, to sell our culture, that will help. The reason is we are mimicking Nigeria because maybe some of the costumes that they wear are maybe affordable. I don't think you would want to use, if someone is going to sponsor traditional dressing of a chief in a movie, it has to be pure, either Asantehemaa or one from the Northern or Volta region. You understand? Yes. So it's high time we collaborate with the traditional and cultural leaders so that they buy into the idea of filmmakers and, you know, sponsor them with some of the traditional clothing. Maybe I'm telling a story about Northern Ghana, or Asante. Then somebody will take up that mantle of maybe I'm sponsoring the costumier for the Ghana or Asante chief, whoever will play that role. So that it won't be a burden on the film producer who will have to look for a budget that is unsustainable. You understand? That's the only thing. If you're able to do that, we'll live. We have a story to tell. If we can't mimic Nigeria and then we are saying we are making movies. No. You understand? We have to tell our own story. We should be able to support our own. That way, you can say you were part of the people who made the creative industry great with the little support that you gave us. That's where we are now. Where we are now, we shouldn't be individualistic. We should be supportive of each other. That is where we are.
Thank you very much, Papa Ni. That is Papa Ni of the Efura fame. He was one of our favorites, movie artists that we had in this country. He has been on the screens for many years, and I'm excited to see him looking very strong, energetic, and also still talking about the creative arts industry, things that we can do to improve the creative arts industry, things that we can do to represent our culture in the creative art industry, for Ghana to be sold out, for Asante culture to be sold out, and that's what yes, we are still live in Manhyia Palace. Asantehemaa is still ongoing. Creative arts industry members have also come here to pay their respects to the late Asantehemaa. The Asantehemaa is still seated. Very soon, the king will rise, and of course, and they will rise. Now I have here with me Mr. Kobi Mafu, Ghanaians in Maryland. He is their president. We'll try and speak to him as well. Mr. Mafu, you are live on GH1 TV. How is Ghanaians doing in Maryland?
They're all doing very well. Greetings from Maryland. They're all doing very well, and greetings from Maryland, from all our brothers and sisters down there.
We are witnessing excellent display of the Asante tradition and culture through this funeral. For those of you in Maryland, how are you representing Ghana so far as our tradition and culture is concerned?
I guess with internet and social media these days, people see everybody on YouTube and live streaming and everything. So people are keeping up with what's going on. And in terms of the culture, I think we've taken the same culture from here to over there. So there's not much missing in terms of our cultural practices. But of course, coming here is more authentic, it's more organic coming here and experiencing this.
Why do you describe what you are witnessing here as organic, but what you're doing there as inorganic? Why?
Say that one more time.
I'm saying that why are you describing what you are witnessing here as organic?
Of course it's organic. I mean, it has to be organic. I mean, it's more natural. like Elizato would say, anything else to be counterfeit. You know, it was actually generated or rooted from. And the roots of our culture is from Ashanti. So coming here and experiencing this is so much more organic and authentic, like I said before.
Sometimes we hear Ghanaians in abroad organizing traditional events and inviting the Asantehemaa. Sometimes they invite other chiefs to go there and speak to the people. Maryland, when are we going to hear you holding similar events so that you demonstrate the Ghanaian culture to the whites there?
It's been going on for quite some time. It's nothing new. We have some other sub-chiefs and kings and queens in the area. So even when we have funerals and stuff, we have traditional kings that come to the funeral just like we do here. So we do experience these things every now and then. It's not as much as we do here. And like I said, it's more organic here. And I feel bad for those who couldn't come, but I'm privileged and I feel lucky to be here.
Thank you very much for your time. We are most grateful, and we are looking up to a day that you will hold similar events there so that we'll also give you a coverage on that. We are most grateful for your time. Thank you. So that is Colby telling us what is happening in Maryland, what the Ghanaian community there is doing to, you know, keep hold of the Asante tradition and the culture there, the Ghanaian culture, the African culture, making sure that the do not depart from their roots, I mean their traditional roots, the Asante blood in them. The Asante blood. So that's exactly what they are doing to portray the Ghanaian culture as Ghanaians. It's quite amazing. I have here with me another woman who will tell us what they are also witnessing here in Manhyia Palace. Of course, I want to engage, yes. I have another woman here. Madam, where are you coming from?
I'm from Accra.
From Accra. It means that, are you based in Kumasi or this funeral brought you here?
I'm based in Accra. Okay. I'm Doris Jamo.
What have you witnessed so far since you came to Kumasi?
Okay. The purpose that I'm here was, as I earlier said, I'm Doris Jamo, Twin Ghana ambassador, a musician, gospel, and an entrepreneur. And and when we came there, she was so happy because we are also promoting the Ghana made goods. So as you can see, this beautiful bag is the bead that we used to make all these bags. So when we came, what I was wearing, my hands, the earrings and everything was purely made in Ghana.
So you are here to also demonstrate your Ghanaian creativity.
The reason why I was here, the Queen Mother, who has just passed away, that was our Queen Mother. In fact, her desire was to the modua, what do you call them, the servants of the house. So he asked me to come and do the skills training for them. So I went back to Accra, organized myself with my team, came back again, and then we gave them a very, very nice skills training. Because the sobolo, we did the sobolo. So that there's something for their income too.
Unfortunately, she has passed away.
So unfortunate, and I'm very, very, very sad, very, very, very sad because I was privileged to even have a photograph. He even asked me to come and then snap a photograph with her. And I have a very nice photograph with the Queen Mother. So I am very, very, very sad. When I heard that the Queen Mother has passed away, in fact, I was hurt.
Thank you very much. She says that she's hurt about the passing of the late Asantehemaa because of the cordial relationship between her and the Queen Mother, because the Queen Mother gave the opportunity to also take the Bourgeois group in Manhyia, the servants, to also go through skills training. Unfortunately, the mission has not yet been accomplished. However, she is pleased with what has been achieved so far. We are still live in Manhyia Palace, providing live coverage of the late Asantehemaa and KONADU YIADOM's DޮTE YIE. That is the 4-day burial rites activities are still ongoing. Everything seems to be in order, and we are witnessing different display of tradition here in Manhyia Palace. We'll still go to where the crowd is. Let's try and engage more people and listen to their various responsibilities, the various roles that they play in the Asante Kingdom. Manhyia is still filled to capacity. We are seeing a lot of people here. I've seen another gentleman from the Kumasi Center for National Culture, Amamere Fie. When we say Center for National Culture, what we mean is that where the Asante culture is fully represented. The man here he knows everything about Asante history, Asante tradition, Asante culture. He can dance to every tune of drum here in Manhyia. He danced to Fontomfrom. He danced to Adwa. He danced to anything, even Palongo, which is because it was at the Kumasi Center for National Culture, otherwise known as Kumasi Cultural Center. Eja bema kwaba edeba GH1 TV.
So me ho ye pa me je osu ebru.
DޮTE YIE na yeguso no enche na yewura ebema ni muso na enedwumadie no atumi aba awieye. Na eka amamra ne amane de a amamre fie na wo ye adwuma. Yenhwe elede akoso yi. Ochena den na yensan hwe anim.
Yo mama wasiefo nyina mo ene hwe. Obi a ode na fidi ato bia obesua de no anya de. Na echena nhyehyeye no enam se ye nana KONADU YIADOM ene ne tosom yensa. Da se obecha de etie de mu otu. Echena firi samre yi eko nyina no ni egu ahobo mu amamre ene amane ye kwaso. Na yedika bo ho dawuro dada. Yesi de owaso ontie. Echena yembie store.
Yedika edi ho enkomo awie. Na yehwe amamre ne amane a ebetimi akoso. Emu de ahe ne etimi de ho nkomo.
Echena de ne ye danso. Si akasa na na ekoban mu a ye wa amamre ne amane a se unya ntimu nko eye bantuma eben mu ho no ye wa amamre ne amane a ye so bi so pasante kasa pa se enu ni ebi na eni kwakosi echena no osibire kete si bantuma koti a enu na echena ebi kwakosi ho no
Nim se eyenyom sisa anyom iso na yenti.
Osi osibire kete si bantuma koti e enswa hune ana Asantehene wonswai ko esu obeye boode osibire kete si bantuma koti a se yeka Asantehemaa mu ha enipa omu firi mu a yede omu mu ekokosi bantuma bam a ye nintiman so Asante nintiman so ehon sane efre no nintiman so ne eye bantuma konfonochi eho nyina ye fro ho Asante nintiman so eho na ye chichire
Okay, Abusua Jumadia na
from the Afenyo so conformity.
Na enya something papa wani be Manhyia. Titro
Asantehemaa kwakura. Awon ye be kwa kosi kotia. Enya amamani amani esu ya. Yadnako mabre atene mai. Asantehene fie kase. Okwa akoba ye no betre duase. Oti duase di. Adom ni nyina ba ye. Ayewa ase o se heya Mabre, no bring the baby. It's no. Eya Asantehemaa na obi ewu a oni ekope no kora bre.
Eno na me tu omo
so say yakasa Manhyia
komade papa
hene for ne breman na breman kra dan ene cheche breman a breman ba mu be pie ho na ife yesi Asanteheene e wo ba
jewelry
eno na me ka che se
na kopebi
nananum kwa ko bebre
ya wo bantema
akọ mu ko ye asa be breman
anhwe ni mo pe na ye wo ya number ni 0506706681 Bomade na kona kopebi I modern age jewelry and bridal accessories. Ababoa ma bibia akoye e de ama.
Yewura ababetra ye yentimi ntwamu ko.
Omo na so ya simu.
Open
100% gold ring and a jewelry dia. Na e modern age. Sana dia entino
sabre na entokregesi
a ye Abusua adwumadie no e kwaso Manhyia na se open oven papa ya ababoa ama wodua ne sam obi bia wo ye aye from dia and na ye kanfu KONADU gas and oven at the amount se pomade na to ani kire mo e waso ame post station na chi wono mo ana KONADU o okwa akone kopebi o pekesi obenya o peketo obenya o pe medium so a eno so KONADU ebe no obi na wo dia di dwumadie bia o pese wunie se o pe KONADU a na wa frɛ no e was 0243 36 5873 0243 36 5873 KONADU gas and oven gas papa oven papa efie ene ehonomo Abusua 96.5 ultimate 106.9 ana yedi dwumadie ebreo ana GH1 ana face Star FM Accra ana yedi dwumadie kese sei ebro Abo TV enso aka ho bi bibia ana ave bia konso
na jumadi
wo bia no nyame onsira
say ye kabrema for dia baby otumfo na ye se ni de eso mu ne bambofo a ye beka setete wo no ye beka wo mu ana eye ebam ha afo enti obi a oye bam ni bia wo hwe ba bia de ohene ekokotu bia no na otumfo abam fo ena ewo ho enti bia mu no omu na ehwe ama bibia ye na Asante meko edu anadwo be se do obi enu ko ni nyina be mind de ena be kuro to obi atimi abesi dai ato ne e ka de a omu ne ebamfo a omu bo otumfo no ne Asanteheene ni Asantehemaa yesi omu nyina ho ban
taba na yesusu ano se obrema ya eto de bia eberada yete wa pa ubewu an se fon yesi otumfo brada bia kwa na kamia kwa yesa brada bia kwa ya ta da su ye ka sentiment mu a Jumadie titro papa from Sabreman for Ebo Sante, Hene ho ban, and as a Boba mu ban, Babi and Anamo Dano. Baby will have Breman for so a
much me a casse. Send ye casse. Breman once a hona nona Abusua Krua as our way a yaka, Asantehemaa Kakakai, a brother Quaco to say, Ye Koha. Breman for no so Abusua Krua 2 for Bimpo, Abusua Krua hene so. Our mamma ni amania, or no so by a Breman dear. Says I no casse. Omuya at the first say dear. Dear Nim said, or Henny, and Asantehemaa, a Bamu dear. Omune, Obia Casse, ya walk, a dear who buying, and no more. nsɛnkyerɛnne ne amammerɛ ne nneɛma ɔyɛ na yɛwɔ nsɛmfuo bi wɔ hɔ a asante abakɔsɛm ti ne ɛnya kuro bi yɛfrɛ kagya bi asante ntanka yɛ nneɛma a ɛhu mu nsɛm bebree ntutwa enti berɛ biara no yɛnya bi ka de kyerɛ wo da biara ebi nso deɛ ɔma ne deɛ no so a ɔka yɛ asɛsi a na wawie esi a wonya bi ka ɛba asante bia na je se obi kan de ba ye nyina ya kan kasa enso ne se wo hwe ye kruti ne ma akan kasa aye be kasa asante eye fo no o mu kasa no ekosoro a ne ye ko kan ba bia em ya bisua enwuma ne ma obi a bisua sa na tie ye de no eye kan njabi bibi wo hwe sade abi mu a obetimi akyere mu pa ka ye simple ba wo kama ne boro so a ade akyere obi se bia bi nya kan fa nkyere wo
and now about Obahema, Yamea Doma, Yebejan and Crabry. Maybe Sase. Why and a beshachri? The sea Yawadumpum.
Send ye a mamma Maria Quanso, Sabe, Asantehemaa, what free me, Mampohema, Mampohema, Omui, on the Oho.
It's yet a Tessa, a Kenya Asahema, Ebiso say Cocofuima. Am I confused, Kakra?
Meso, Amamani Amania, said the Kotokohene, Omuya, or Tiasia, or the Kumasi Jabantimahino. So, Oniwa, or the Jaman Pohino, Ultimate French and Casabia Odia Kodobi. He said, Yen Nayan Wasantia said, some Mampohima or me, Mandua, Mampohima or we and now to the way in Mampohima, Edimakuma, and what he said, I have a first and the Baby and one Amiasa. Hello, Mkwege, ya wadi odikai, ansana di otoswa ide, edi aba, timi mi nsusuyem, ene me nananom, a mi titum se me maame, amenua so, eye wahene, awate so, ne maame no, ono so ba ne mi bi ne de, na Mampohema, ena mfi se ka se, obi nyina ba bi na keka kunaye, ya wose ye ne so obi, enko obi ye kuna, ama nipa na wawu na, ayi paso na mamre ne amane am die yase ya wie bibia na yansi na Asantehemaa de a ese nse Mampohema na ede sika twete no onu na ekura no.
Thank you very much. That is a member of the Kumasi Center for National Culture, also known as Kumasi Cultural Center, taking us through the various traditional activities going on here in Manhyia Palace, and also explaining to us who is the next caretaker Queen Mother of the Asante Kingdom, so far as the late Queen Mother is out of the jurisdiction. Now, we also want to know, different. Agora how do you say na ne ewa ye yase?
Yo, what bisa na se benimani eto fomo a na mehwe a ye wo enwum kro e wa ha. Ene ye what is ho abadem. Ene na mafo frɛ no adowa. Tete ho abadem ne na mafo ye frɛ no adowa ama adowa no ababeka ho. Ene ye wo boma no ne na mafo sa frɛ no Fonton from. I'm a friend Fonton from. Is he? Says, dear, Nadia. I was a new crow, and Adwa, and a Fonton from Pandedi at Century. Ewaha. Na Ubuna, ya bo, Chinibi, your friend of Mankuma, Asafo, a doom for Anna, Nana, a free mono, Nayadina Ochadano, South Mankuma, Roman Adeba, Yadabam Global, you want to name a big kahun. Ena ubahuna se tunini bi nso ye aprede nso ebi afenfra eso ewa ha ena ya wo asandua na ne asandua de ma hunu ebi ena nka empinti nso ne mi hu se empinti abie se bia kotokwan ne ba na me wo tumadi eso Royal TV eti amehu so ne empinti abie de a se ade ya wa abadem ene wo enum ekro ene wo boma and I say a tumpani at your friend from and they did at you as here. Ebina Yabon Hano. Num Crow, and then get it as Adam. Then the Trinidad Becahon, it's Num Crow, get it at them. Yana Nefia Bassa, Manhyia in Num Crow, and the Dikai, and the Ikadi Trinidad. No, I didn't have my friend, now I'm watching. Although the Dikai, Nefia Bassa, so
they say, I and you're my HW, and then
Namitie and no more Asante and my and one and a year bar. Ya two away yasi. Na Sabi, I won't tell you more. Now, where dear, and where I want to say, and yet I won't tell anyone. And ya libre. Yanana, DOTE YIE ase, and Omo airport.
Yeah, begin say, Asantehemaa dear, Agura I war dear, when you be asa.
Ose, and you man a friend, Mati. Ya body momu, boy, or ya a bensima, Akodia Bene, Miarao, Maswami momu. Tisiasua, Nana Ewo and Sasua, na and no Timina be a moa. That's a Asamabama, and natural that can be part of a pedano. A pentima, Ecodia, let us say, Lady and then
Pepasa Ucha Hokakra, at here for a hill. I have found a hill. It's a Pepasa Ucha Hokakra, no beer who say yes. Ye kasa amamera ofi amamere fia ampa ofi amamere fie asabia wa santemanta mu ha e wa himfie ha bia woni nasa na obetimi nso asa amana ya ofe sisi ai e ade a wote akonwam o na so won se de osi danda ne ho. That is how beautiful the Asante culture and the tradition is. O ma wa hu say yes what asa. And as a witch now and answer there. Oh, and yeah, try 1 minute, but yeah, maybe big a crabby 1 minute. Yeah, so come to me the way I can have the pa. Now, Sadia Musisa, a culture center for so Obi person will swim. Me, I'm a feminine commission. I couldn't have all mammy.
Maybe I make a choice. Sanai 34 years. If I have my 1980 and I'm back home, say that you may I'm a make of her culture a war Asantehemaa ahafo also young kwanta bechem Kenya's #1 #2 13 I don't know see ya te culture bi e wo boss na yenya da ya ye betina mu ti before na we mama ya dia baby ankwanta they say many dance instructor oba so pese usai so kodi ni ya du si apatem ya nti apatem nsem mawo before be swai pese usua sa ahodo bi abese usua ye nsasa ba ko asabiara sa uko dagasi for ha bawa e be kire o bima ye be kire o dambata kai ye be kire o asabiara afena wako eye Manhyia no mo asabebre eti wo ye said onim mi no pese usua asabia bra na titi unse obedi ama wawati hinama bibia kasa anu bibia du na na suo man cry kasa tene Asantehemaa adum kontre ati ame hene
So we are still live in Manhyia Palace. Jabrim, to be precise, providing live coverage on GH1 TV. We will continue tomorrow from the same venue. Now, Asantehemaa Otumfo Osei Tutu, the second, will soon be coming. And of course, as you can see from the background, the footage you are seeing, the venue for the event, the funeral, is full to capacity. And of course, you can see the display of various traditional leaders that came here to observe the funeral. My colleague Sarah Brefo is still here with me. Hey, what have you observed so far? I saw you going around.
We are learning a lot when it comes to the Ashanti culture, when it comes to our heritage, and in awe, fascinated with all that I'm seeing around. Today I've learned a lot. There are some of the stories we had, and I've gotten an in-depth knowledge as to the reasons why certain things are performed here at the palace, especially when it comes to an event like this, which is the DOTE YIE. And so I've learned a lot, and I hope that our viewers have seen what is happening, and I've also taken one or two from all the happenings right here at Manhyia Palace. So in a nutshell, it's fascinating. It's a beautiful culture to experience. Yeah.
I went down there where the prisons is, and that is where, I mean, the rare party is also ongoing.
I see.
In the morning, free breakfast, tea, bread, egg, free. In the afternoon, fufu, I mean beer.
Oh.
You go down there, free lunch. People are having fun there. And that is
find out that we have the youth there, you know, jamming up with Jama songs and all that. And someone passed the comments like, you know that this is where the funeral is really happening, because it's a whole different vibe altogether. When you see these youth having a youthful moment over there, you know, jumping up and down with the chant songs and the Jama songs. I mean, it's a beautiful sight to behold.
And you know, the security service people, when they come to events like this, when they are almost done, what they do is that their parade, they make sure that, I mean, they give Jama morale. When they are leaving, they leave morale.
Okay.
So that's how you saw them enjoying their Jama songs. And of course, you know, yesterday there was rain here. We experienced a heavy rainfall.
Yeah.
Around this time, it was raining. They were still sitting in the rain. Otumfo was seated for a long time before he left. And of course, in the rain, he was dancing various drives there. You know, he has to go around to, you know, show appreciation to all the chiefs that came to mourn with him. Apart from that, you know, the chiefs have also taken an oath that it is only in sickness that they cannot respond to the king's call.
Okay.
So when you come to Manhyia and it is raining, once the king is seated, you must also sit in the rain. When you are under the scorching sun, once the king is seated, you are supposed to sit in the sun. And so that is tradition.
Yeah.
Once you take the oath of allegiance, what it means is that it is only in sickness that you cannot respond. And nothing has changed, and that is what we are experiencing here. So all the chiefs in the kingdom who have direct role to play in this room, none of them can turn his back to the king. So that's why you are seeing different group of people showing up here to come and pay their last respect to the queen, and also sympathize with the king and the royal family.
And also I spotted our brothers from the diaspora who just came in to witness culture. And it's amazing getting to know where they came from. Some from the UK, some from the various countries, just to witness the happenings and the cultural display right here at Manhyia Palace.
This is festival.
Exactly.
This is festival.
Exactly.
So, I mean, everybody is here. They have heard a lot of Asante people. And so they have to come.
Yeah.
Watch, monitor how they do their things. So they are leaving no stone unturned. They are making sure that everything that they have to do, so far as this funeral is concerned, they have to do, and they are doing it. And that is mark of loyalty.
Yeah.
And that's what we are witnessing. So at about now it's 5 p.m. very soon, Otumfuo will rise. And when he rises, that is where you will see a lot of activities going on there. And so we'll wait till Otumfuo pass, and that is when we'll call it a day. And so we'll still be here. We'll still be here. We will still be here and wait till Otumfuo rise. Very soon, Otumfuo will rise in Palanquin, and you will see him, dancing, and you will see him exhibiting the Asante culture tradition. And so you will see different display. I mean, there are different groups of people, and each of them you will see what we call samanka, a bowl that contains herbs. I suspect Nyenya is part that neutralize the place. And so the very moment you see that that samanka coming, it means Otumfuo environment. And that is they don't. I spoke to the historian. He told me that yes, Asante with their tradition. They do not bring anything. They make sure that things are done as it is. Even though we are in modern world, things are changing, but they are not importing any Western culture into the system. They keep doing whatever they have to do, and that has made the Asante tribe respectable. That has made the Asante tribe great, because they are who they are. They have not changed the way of doing their things. The only thing I understand they have changed is execution. When they were saying that back then, when the Asante king passes away, they have to send people to carry his ghost. That is why they execute people that will go with him. But now, that has been changed. And so that is why they are not executing people. But apart from that, any tradition that they have to perform, they have. At the moment, the traditional leaders are coming in their numbers. What it means is that very soon, Otumfuo will be riding in Palanquin, and you see him dancing. Of course, before he comes into the palace, he will go around every to sympathize with him. And so he will go to them one by one before he comes to the palace. And that is a mark of showing appreciation to them for their support. So that is all. So for tomorrow, we are going to see everything live and carried. As we speak, Otumfuo has actually, Otumfuo is stepping out from where he's seated. They will soon carry him in Palanquin, and you will see him dancing, showing appreciation to the people. You will see that very, very soon. That is Asantehemaa for you. And the way you will see Otumfuo coming is the war formation. The stew that is entering into the palace is the stew that the Asantehemaa that sat on. And so his stew has entered into the palace. And that is what we are going to see soon. He will be here very soon to let us know what is happening. Once his stew has been sent to the palace, it means that he is in the Palanquin, dancing to various drums, Kete and Fontom from. Yes, the king is coming, and we will see him here. He is being led by the Manhyia dancing group. They are the entertaining him. Yes. Exactly, that is what is going on in Manhyia. Otumfuo is dancing. He is dancing in Palanquin. That's why you see all the people on their feet. He will soon be here, and viewers will have a very good feed of him in Palanquin.
And so I understand that when Otumfuo rises, that is the end of it all for today.
Yes, when it rises, that will be the end of it all for the day. So once he is in the Palanquin, it means that the day is over, and that's all. That's all. The day is over, and the king is coming. That's what we will see.
Yes. And so, you know, today happens to be the third day of DOTE YIE of Asantehemaa Nana Ama KONADU the third. And like we are saying, the moment Otumfuo Saint to the second rises up, the third day of the DOTE YIE will be over.
So tomorrow marks an end to the 4 days DOTE YIE of the late Asantehemaa. And so the day is almost over. Today's funeral activities is over. And once Otumfuo is on the Palanquin returning to his palace, it means that the door to the Queen Mother has been shut down. No one is allowed to go and far past the body again after 5 p.m. So that is the directive and the arrangement that they have made for Asantehemaa. That's what the Otumfuo has made, and it's an amazing, very beautiful display of culture. And as we stand here, very soon we are going to see the arrival of Otumfuo Osei II to the Manhyia Palace, and of course he will give you beautiful display of culture. For him, he's going to give you a beautiful dance. He would dance and let the people have a feel of him. That is a sign and a symbol of a people came here to mourn with him. It is past 5. But the Manhyia is still full to capacity. This is the king who is loved by his people. And everybody here want to have a feel of him. That's it. And that is what the people are here waiting for. If we look at the presidential days, they are all there waiting for him to come and dance with him. That is the power of Asante. No retreats, no surrender. Asante first, and all their loyalty is to Asantehemaa Otumfuo Osei II. You are still watching UH1 Live from Manhyia Palace, day 3 of Asantehemaa Otumfuo Osei II sitting in states, receiving dignitaries from all parts of the world, mourning with him. And so you can see him in palanquin. He is coming. So the palanquins you see up there, sorry, the umbrella that you see up there is on, yeah, it's on Asantehemaa Otumfuo Osei II. And that he's going around to greet all the chiefs who are here. And that's why you see him going around. That's why you see him going around. He is showing appreciation to the chiefs and the people who came to mourn with him. And as I've already told you, tomorrow, the day is designated to head of states, former head of states, ministers of states. And so tomorrow, His Excellency President John Dramani Mahama, President of the Republic of Ghana, will be here in Manhyia to pay his last respect to the Asantehemaa and also mourn with the Asantehemaa Otumfuo Osei II. Former President John Adjei Kufuor, who was here yesterday, will again tomorrow come and mourn with his brother Asantehemaa Otumfuo Osei II. You know, former President Kufuor is a royal from the Upper Jafie, and so they will be here tomorrow with his cousin, who is Asantehemaa Otumfuo Osei II. Former President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo would also be here tomorrow to also mourn with the Asantehemaa. You know, President Mahama, today the Asante Regional Minister was here together with Dr. Abnado Fuo, former Finance Minister, who is also a native of Kumau, and Drobonso, all in the Ashanti region. He would also be here. He will also be here to, you know, mourn with him. And so that is what will happen tomorrow. These are the dignitaries that are being expected to come here and mourn with the Asantehemaa. At the same time, the burial rites, the burial service would also take place at 3 p.m. where the Anglican bishop will lead the service. And after that, the body will be sent to the Queen Mother's Palace, where it will be kept for a few hours. Later in the night, the body will move from Manhyia Palace to Bantama, Baimu. Then from Baimu, the body will then proceed to Bremai, Baimu, where the Queen Mother would be buried, in line with Asante royal tradition. So you are witnessing the arrival of Asantehemaa Otumfuo Osei-Tutu II from the funeral ground to Manhyia Palace. And in front of the palace, that is where you see hundreds of people waiting to have a feel of the King's dance. Everybody is alert. Security personnel are on their nail. They are alert, policing the routes that the King will use through to the palace. And that is what you are witnessing now. It is past 5 p.m. Still, Manhyia Palace is full to capacity. Sympathizers are still here, observing the last minute activities going on in the Manhyia Palace. Firing of musketry continue. And the explanation we are getting from the executioners is that they are shooting at death. They are at war with death. One of their treasures has been taken away by death. And so they are at war with death. And that's why they are firing musketry. You are still watching live coverage of the 3rd day burial rites of the late Asantehemaa Nana KONADU Yiadom III. Various drums are sounded in the Manhyia Palace. In a few minutes, you will see the arrival of Otumfuo. And as we have already told you, tomorrow, 5% of the body will end at 11 a.m. to pave way for the burial service of the Queen. And that is what is going to happen. And so Otumfuo has departed from the base where he was seated. He is on his way in Palanquin, coming into the palace. And that is what majority of the people stationed here are waiting for. Various divisional chiefs who came here to sympathize with the royal family have started the procession, leading them from the funeral grounds to their various destinations. That is what is happening now. And they are all dancing In Manhyia Palace, no chiefs, apart from the Queen Mother and the King. Riding palanquin. Sometimes the Oheneba champagne do, because his father is the king. And therefore, Utimidi Trimode, he can flex his muzzle because his father is the king. And so that is allowed. The Japan Manhyia, who is the former Council of State Chairman, is the only chief who can also report late to Manhyia traditional gathering because his father Japan Manhyia is only paramount chief who report to Manhyia traditional sittings and gathering late because Otumfuo is his nephew. And so that is how tradition is. So it's not easy. The traditional leaders are seriously dancing to the various skitty songs, skitty drums, and young creole groups that are here. People have really witnessed the true color of the Asante culture and tradition today. And that is what makes them who they are. The members of parliament that came to sympathize with the Asantehemaa, a lot of them are still here. The MPP delegation that came, some of them are still here. Otumfuo is still dancing to various traditional drumming. And he will soon be here. What you are witnessing is what defines the Asante people, what shows their greatness so far as projection of their culture and tradition is concerned. Still, Manhyia is full to capacity. It's past 5 p.m. and the people are still here, enjoying the display of Asante tradition and culture. The people here want to have a feel of him. And so the Tepa deity is moving. The paramount chiefs are moving. You are still watching GH1 TV live coverage from Manhyia Palace. And of course, Asantehemaa Otumfuo Setutu II is still riding in palanquin. You are watching GH1 live. And that is what you are watching now. Tomorrow, as they have communicated to everyone in the Asante Kingdom and Ghana at large, exactly at 5 p.m. people are expected to go home exactly at 7 p.m. They don't want to see anybody on the streets. So the executioners, otherwise known as Abrafo, would be assigned to hit the streets. Make sure they clear everybody from the streets, especially the routes that the Asantehemaa will be using. They don't want anybody to be there. They want all the people to remain indoor. That is the Asantehemaa's possession. He is still sitting in Paranquin, dancing and appreciating the people who came to mourn with him. And as I've told you already, security is very, very tight here. Security is very, very tight here. Both police, military have been busy throughout the day, making sure they provide maximum security for all the people here. Yes. That is Asantehemaa Utumfo Osei Tutu the second. Utumfo Ababiu. In Paranquin, dancing and appreciating the people who came here to observe the final burial of the late Queen, which started on Monday, Tuesday. Today is Wednesday. Today is Wednesday, and the final day is tomorrow, where the burial service will be held here. And of course, the Queen will be given a final resting in Bremai Baimu, in line with Asante tradition and culture. The mayor of Kumasi has already explained that tomorrow security personnel will be deployed to various markets to go and offer security, because all the markets in the kingdom belong to Asantehemaa. And so tomorrow that they have decided to shut all markets down to business, what it means is that they need to go there and offer security. And tomorrow in the night, they don't want to have any spiritual encounter with any person. And so the caution is that everybody should go and remain indoor. Executioners will be deployed early as 6 a.m. to go and clear the routes that Manhyia will use. They don't want anybody to go there and have a feel of what is going on. And that is what we are being told. So if you don't want to have any spiritual encounter with anyone, all you have to do is remain indoor, because when they meet you, it comes with spiritual effect, which could lead to fatal. Yes. And so the caution is that remain indoor. Don't go out. Respect the Asante tradition. Respect Manhyia. Respect Asantehemaa. And let's give the Queen Mother a befitting burial. And that is the information from Manhyia Palace to all residents of Kumasi, especially those in Manhyia, Bantama, Swame, Bremai, Makru, Abusua Junction, Bremai Bedukrum, through to Bremai. Everybody is advised to remain indoor and respect the directive that Manhyia has given. And so, Asantehemaa Otumfuo Osetutu is still in Paranquin, still dancing. Now he is done with the first batch of the greetings to the traditional leaders. He's moving to another direction to go, and also show appreciation to the people who have come to come and mourn with him, including the traditional leaders. Sarah, it is past 5, almost 5:30. We are still here. Monday we didn't say this. Tuesday we didn't say this. Wednesday, the mood here has changed. It's getting the 6th, and the people are still here. Otumfuo is still in Paranquin, very energetic and still dancing.
I don't know if this is happening because normally tomorrow will be the final, right? Where we go to marry our king, Nana, the 3rd. So I don't know if that is the reason we see our king, Asantehemaa, so energetically and still with us right here on ground.
No, this is a normal tradition. Anytime we come to Manhyia to cover events, this is what happened. Otumfuo, whenever he comes, he goes to sit, and when he rises, what he do is that when he rises and sits in the palanquin, he goes to every chief to go and greet him, and it is also part of it's also a way of taking a roll call.
Yeah, of every chief
every chief
available.
that came. So it is part of the roll call activities.
All right.
So he knows where every chief is supposed to sit. So when they come there and they do not see you, they take record of that.
Okay.
It means that you did not attend the sitting. And if you do not attend the sitting, you must give a reason why you did not come. So what you are witnessing now is part of the roll call activities.
Okay.
Because he know where every chief is supposed to sit. And whilst he's in Paranquin, he's communicating with the chiefs.
The chiefs.
So when he gets here, they mention the name. Then he'll wave at him. He'll tell him, oh, you wave at him. He waves at him. He waves at him. Because the certain arrangement is well arranged, and where they are seated, you see the name of the chief of the town. So you will see Nana Tepama, Kumauma, Kukuoma. That is the certain arrangement. And so once he moves, you see those names, and the roll call activities takes effect. So those who do not come, they have questions to answer.
Okay.
So what he's doing, though he's showing appreciation to them, he's also taking roll call.
All right. I see. Now, we can still see a lot of people here, comparing yesterday and that of Monday to today. Now, from the normal time when Otumfuo rose up and then went into the palace, compared to tonight's time, differs a bit. But still, we see lots of people around cheering on our king. And so I should tell you, and I can also see our youngsters who are here to learn the African and Asante heritage when it comes to culture like this.
Well, some of them actually came late. So they are now catching glimpses of events in Manhyia Palace. Some also came early, they've gone. So that's why we are still witnessing huge crowd here. But don't forget that on Monday, we experienced rains after 5. On Tuesday, we experienced rains after 5. It's only Wednesday that after 5, we didn't experience any rain. Yesterday around this time, Otumfuo was riding in Paranquin in rain. Yesterday, around this time, was raining, and the king was still riding in palanquin. He was in the rain. You get it? And yes, and so I'm sure because of the weather, that's why today we are also witnessing what we are witnessing today. So it has been very interesting day. The weather has not been merciful to us. The heat alone.
Yeah.
I mean, but we thank God we did not experience any rainfall today. And of course, I mean, the chiefs have gotten the opportunity to exhibit their various tradition, dance very well as they want it. And that makes the whole event very beautiful. Of course, Otumfuo is still in palanquin dancing, and he will soon be here because his possession is around here. And now every chief going is drumming, dancing.
Yeah, cheering on.
Cheering on. They are cheering them on. And you see, the chiefs, they came with huge delegation.
Yeah.
Because you need to register your presence fully. And that is what we are seeing. The Kumau people are going. And so they are showing part of their powers. Yes. And tomorrow, when the executioners are accompanying the body, according to them, this is what we are going to witness. It will be full of intimidation. So the Kumau Paramount Chief is the one coming, Berima Chenebua Kodia, with his executioners. And so that is it. That is the Kumau Paramount Chief, Berima Chenebua Kodia, the one who sacrificed his life for the Asante Kingdom, for the kingdom to be established. And so you will always hear the Kumau people saying that Berima Chenebua Kodia Odini Tiji Achreman, meaning he sacrificed his head for Asantehemaa.
So what we are experiencing right now, where we see the chiefs pass by, but then we have the Abrafo leading them through, and then we see lots of people running back. Can you walk us through what is happening right now?
Yes, Abrafo will always intimidate you. They will always want to show or demonstrate their loyalty to their chief or king. And so whenever they are moving with their king or chief, they first have to create space. They have to protect him. So they create space so that nobody gets access to him easily. And that's why when they were coming, they were flexing their muscles. Then people see them and they run away. That is it. And so the possession that will lead the body tomorrow, according to what I have been told, that is how they will move. And their movement will be like a war formation. It will be like how the Asantes go for war.
Yeah.
It's the same formation that they will mount. And so that is what tomorrow will happen. Of course, this will be done in darkness. Nobody will catch a glimpse of what will happen.
Exactly.
Oh yeah,
And I mean, it's fascinating all that is unfolding right here on grounds. And we are witnessing nothing but unique culture of the Ashanti when it comes to funerals like this.
Yes, of course. As for Asante culture, it is well grounded, well established, and the Asante people, their loyalty Otumfuo has never shaken.
And the consistency?
The consistency. And you see, if you read about history, a number of books has been written about the Asante culture. All are part of activities in projecting the culture.
Yeah.
And as I've told you, consistency is everything to the people of Asante. And they have also not changed anything they have been consistent with their culture. And for them, that is what makes them Asantes. That is what makes them Asante. Well, when they change those cultures, when they change those traditions, it means that they are not Asante people.
Yeah.
So they will continue to be consistent. They will continue to do things in the olden ways. If you look at this palace, over 100 years, but it's still as it is.
We've maintained culture.
They have not even changed the wooden windows. It remains as it is. They could have fixed air conditions at where they sit, but nothing has been added to it. It remains as it is. And that is the identity of Asante and Manhyia Palace.
Okay, and I can see every chief is sewing to the palace with the drummers following them, and of course people cheering them on as they tour to the palace.
Yes, at the moment, all the divisional chiefs that came are going back to their home or towns. So inside the palace, it is only Otumfuo and his delegation that will enter there. All other chiefs that came, those who do not work direct with Asantehemaa or are not part of his divisional chiefs. You know, Kumasi, Otumfuo, there are other Abrempons that he rules the city with. Those are the very people who will get the opportunity to enter into the palace.
His associates.
Quite apart from all the paramount chiefs, everybody, once Otumfuo greets you and commend you for coming, you go back to your home until the final one. Then he will come here, enter into the palace, and go home.
And right now I see women clad in red and men as well holding brooms. And
Yes.
then facing it upwards and shaking it all around.
Yes, these are not Asante people. They are from central region, I'm told, and they also came to sympathize with the Asantehemaa. They came with huge delegation, and of course, there's direct connection between them and Asantehemaa, and that's why they are in red mourning cloth. It tells you about the direct relations. So traditionally, they are cousins.
Okay.
And that's why. I remember when Nanafia Kubik Sewampem died. If you look at the costume on the final day, all the chiefs that came to mourn with the Otumfuo, none of them ride in palanquin. It is only the Tachimai, Manhyia, Nana Ameya Kumfi is the only one who ride in palanquin. And what Manhyia gave to us as an explanation to that is that they are cousins.
Okay.
So whatever affects Otumfuo affects him. And so he and Otumfuo wore the same cloth. There's something called Nchoma. It's like red clay. They used to mob him. Otumfuo did that, and Tachima Manhyia also did that. He covered the head with red band. Otumfuo also did the same thing. And he's the only chief that ride in palanquin straight to where Otumfuo is. He stepped down and went and hugged him. They spoke for a while before he came back to sit in his palanquin. Then he went to where he's supposed to sit. And apart from that, I have not seen any chief, riding in palanquin. And you see, the procession going, if the cameraman could zoom down, these are people, they call them Nsuoba. These people, zoom down. These people are people who consulted the Tepabania shrine for children. And so when they went, these are the products from the children that they got. So, you know, they have been identified. I would want to speak to the Tepa people for them to explain to us why we are seeing what we are seeing here today. Nana Tepa Manhyia ebe ya hunu say I know they ntuma fufuo na na wafura na nipa na eka ne ho edi na nimu na omo ahofo no I say the omo ahyehye nanso omo hyehye eno akire say
omo nyina ye bania ne ma say ukọ say unya ba yanyi sika ukọ sra ukọ ye na wonu bu nsabeka ntehu a ode bani ma wa na wasa hye kan ano ne kwala obi eno wasese omu nyina ye nsuo no omko sra ye omo amnu nya wo no omko sra ye ma nsuo ne ma wo mo.
Thank you very much. So now the explanation I am getting from the Tepa Manhyia's linguist is that the Tepa Bania deity, whenever you are looking for a child and you consult the deity will give you a child. But when the deity gives you a child, the child must have a unique identity. And so you will see them like people who have suffered burns, but it is not burns. It is an identity that the deity has given to them. So they look unique among their peers. What it means is that they have special protection.
Okay.
So if you are looking for a child, fruit of the womb, and you are not getting it, you can go to the Tepa Bania.
All right.
You will have one. And that child will be given a special identity. That shows that that child is God's given. Interestingly, when I asked them what are the arrows, they told me that those children do not lack anything. And if you try to harm them spiritually, deity will come and defend them, and you could suffer the consequence. Any child that was given to his mother or the parents by Tepa Bania, the deity, they have spiritual protection. You are still watching live coverage of GH1 from Manhyia Palace in Kumasi. Sarah, what other unique thing have you observed today?
Okay, so with you informing us about the Tepa Manhyia, we are still here experiencing our heritage. When it comes to Asantehemaa, we have a lot of unique cultural happenings and events. And I should say, we still have a lot of people here and are more trooping in to witness these amazing happenings live here on grounds at Manhyia Palace. So as you heard, we have chiefs who have already risen up and are going to the Afenyo Palace. And we have a lot of youngsters here who are witnessing our unique and diverse culture. Now I can see the roll-up of staffs in the aisle with the Asante flag. And this is to showcase the Asante as a kingdom. Asantehemaa, we are experiencing our heritage, and that flag signifies the strength, signifies Asantehemaa, signifies a kingdom, and of course a great kingdom of that matter. And
So that is
earlier, we were talking about the symbolism of the umbrellas.
So that is the arrival of Otumfuo to the palace.
Okay.
He is now returning from the funeral ground to the main palace, and that is what you see there. So the palanquin that you see there, yeah, that is him. I'm sure when he gets here, they will raise him up, of course, and he will dance his last dance to the people. Yes, that is him.
And as you can see, people cheering our Asante
Yeah.
with the 2 fingers
So beautiful.
in the air.
Yeah. Yes. So now he's activating the dancing mood. The last one. Before, yes, the drumming has changed, and that is
Okay.
him. Yes, the drumming has changed. Of
So-
course. Now, that's the last dance
For the
he'll
day.
give to the people. Yes, before he enter into the palace.
So there
Yes.
you have it. That's our King Asante.
Yes. So now he's entering into the palace. The funeral is over for the day.
We call it a day
We
here
call
today.
it a day here today. The Asantehemaa is entering into the palace and the funeral is over. I've been here with Sarah Brefo, providing live coverage for our viewers from Manhyia Dwabirim, where the 3 of Asantehemaa Nana KONADU YIADOM funeral actually it will take place. Huh.
So Ike, it's
Hundreds of
fascinating
people are out here.
seeing a lot of people coming to cheer our King on, to experience our diverse culture, which is very unique.
It has been an interesting day. Full display of culture and tradition. Hundreds of people across the country today came here to sympathize with the Asantehemaa Otumfuo Osei II. And it was quite interesting since full display of different culture. People from Anglo were here, people from Ahafo were here, people from Mono were here, people from the eastern region were here, northern region were also here to sympathize with the Asantehemaa Otumfuo Osei II. It has been interesting.
And not forgetting our people from the diaspora who came in to witness this amazing Asante culture.
For now, the funeral is over. This is how we end the 3 coverage of Asantehemaa Nana KONADU YIADOM funeral right here in Manhyia Palace. I mean the burial rites. The coverage was brought to you by GH1 TV and myself, Isaac Justice Bediako, and Sarah Brefo are your 2 commentators who gave you the further report on all activities happening here in Manhyia Palace. For now, this is where we end the coverage. Colleagues in the studio, take over and bye for now.